Hello, friends of Five Reasons. We are back finally here in Miami, ready for Heat Media Day with Alex Toledo. Alex is the first one of the team that got here, so we're gonna be talking to him first. Alex, first, how's the summer? How did you do? How was it? Not a lot of transaction talk, but you guys continue doing five on the floor. So, how's the summer for you?
It was nice to not have to do transaction talk, but it was a long summer with the Heat being eliminated in the first round. It ended in April, right? Their season ended in April, and we are an everyday podcast. So doing Heat content every day, there was no whale in the ocean that they were trying to catch this time. Like, it was a little tough, but we got through. And now we're here. We're going from a content drought to a content overload. We're about to have, I think, around 10 player interviews for the podcast. We're going to have, of course, the group setting interviews. It's going to be a lot of stuff. Ethan's going to be in the Bahamas tomorrow for training camp going forward, along with our guy Timmy. And it's going to be a lot of stuff. So excited to not have to get creative to talk about the Heat anymore. We could just talk about stuff that happened.
And talking about stuff that happened, you watch the Olympics too, right?
Of
You did
course.
have some basketball over the summer, so
Thank
at
God
least
for
you
the
had that.
Olympics. Thank God for Summer League, the draft, just anything that we could talk about, because that's the stuff that got us through. And then, of course, Ethan and Leif doing top 40 Heat players of all time and doing like 10 different episodes on it. Thank you guys for that. And man, those are fun shows too. Like, it's fun to listen to that when there's nothing else to talk about.
Right, right. All right. Last one before we go because we have to go to the press conference. Eric Spoelstra is about to speak before the season. And what do you expect for this season for the Miami Heat? What should we wait for?
Honestly, until proven otherwise, I think they're still a playing team, just because the rest of the East has kind of solidified themselves. So unless another team or two has like significant injury troubles, I think the Heat are going to be right around that playing race. If the Heat have a significantly healthy season for their standards, I think they can get out of that. But I don't have my expectations set too high just because of the rest of the East. I do think this roster is capable of doing more than that. It's just, yeah, like, the East is where it's at right now. It's very competitive, and you can easily see like about 7 teams that can be as good or better than the Heat, at least in the regular season. So it makes it a little bit tough to expect more. But I'm just looking forward to seeing the young guys, looking forward to see how they all mesh together, looking forward to what Spo and Jimmy have to say today, right? Like, those are the number one and number two stories. Like, is the team on the same page with their superstar after not having given him an extension? How are the young guys going to mesh? How are Terry and Duncan coming back from injury going to mesh? Jovic and Jaime, what's going to happen with the rookies? It's just
That's a
going to
lot of
be
questions, Alex. That's a
a
lot of
lot.
questions. We'll see. We'll see what happens, and we'll see what Eric Spoelstra has to say, what the Miami Heat players have to say today. We're ready. So if you haven't done so, please subscribe, leave your comments here, share all of our content, and be ready because these guys are about to take you on a fun ride with this Miami Heat season.